bush this morning so I can show you guys exactly what the electric chainsaws are capable of. We'll find a log out here and we'll do a full test of how long the battery lasts, how quickly it'll cut, what size wood it'll cut. I'll really show you exactly what they're made of. Lose a little bit. No. Just gotta get the right size. Go up here and have a look. And how many times do you come across this shit? Like, far out. Eventually they'll just lock the gates and they won't let people use these places, so we've got to do something about that. Anyway, that's my rant. Let's go and find some wood. So I think that'll do nicely. It's already up off the ground for us, which is great. So we'll get in and we'll set up, put a new chain on him and see how much he cuts. Now, definitely a Land Cruiser thing. Rocky, because I'm on a bit of a hill. So it is true what they say, these things don't have handbrakes that work. Speaking of which, I'm going to do a full review if anyone's interested in a real honest review of someone that's owned a 79 series, all the good and the bad. And there's a lot of stuff out there on the internet, so we'll clear a few things up. Anyway, let's test this little Milwaukee chainsaw. Righto, so we'll pop a new chain on him, so it's a fair test. So the bar tool actually stays in the handle, which those little things really make a difference because it's always there when you need it. It's fairly conventional, just 2 nuts. Most chainsaws. Righto. What aren't you going on? Back the tensioner off. Tension him up. Right, we might have to obviously tension that once we get going. It's a brand new chain, so we'll do 1 cut, then I'll tension it up and then we'll go straight into testing how many rounds we can get off him. Righto, so the battery just goes in the back. It's a 12 amp hour battery. This is the biggest lithium Milwaukee battery you can get, and we're fully charged. Don't forget the chain brake like I did in the first video, will be sweet. Rightio, we'll knock 1 round off him and re-tension the chain. So I'm going to cut these really short because I'm not sure whether I'll run out, and it's a perfect little log. So. Rightio. So it won't be any good for firewood, that's for sure. It's a bit damp, but just to give you an idea, that the log's about 170 mil in diameter. So we'll tension this chain up. I'll get a time lapse going, and we'll see how many rounds we can get off him. Don't forget, guys, go to smarttouringsystems.com.au, home of the solar clip and the quick fit bracket, allowing you to add and remove solar panels and awnings quickly and easily. There's also heaps of information on camping, four-wheel driving and touring, and plenty of links to some really good quality products that we really believe in, trust and use ourselves. If you're enjoying our videos, please subscribe and share with your friends. It's so humid, my God. Well, we got there. The saw nearly wore me out. It surprised me. I've really never done that test. I know it's plenty to take camping, but that cut a lot more than I thought off 1 battery. We'll count them up, and you know, you can, if they were full logs for a load of wood, there'd be heaps there for a couple of nights, I'd say. But let's have a look. I know. So we got 35 rounds, which I didn't think it'd be that many myself. That's pretty impressive. 35 1/4. So there's the size of the log, with respective to the blade. Probably is on the larger side for, you know, well, I mean, it cut it fine, but I'd probably pick something slightly smaller and definitely drier for a load of wood. But that being off the ground and nice and clean, it did it easy. So that's how much wood we can cut with a single charge. So the other thing we'll have a look at is, right, you got an 18-volt chainsaw. With a petrol chainsaw, you just put fuel in it and away you go again. So how do you charge that when you're away from home? And yeah, you can have an inverter, but not everyone has an inverter. So there's a solution to that too as well. I'll show you how I charge this on the road. Now I do have an inverter in my caravan, but I bought this before then. So Milwaukee actually do 18 to 12 volt charger. So that's just your cigarette lighter plug. And away she goes. Now it is a lot slower than a 240 volt charger, but it really doesn't matter. Like, you can charge it while you're driving along, and whew, man, it's bloody hot. The little saw nearly wore me out. So the saw retails for $5.99. The battery's about 250, and the 12 volt charger is about 150. So it is a fair investment. I already had Milwaukee, so it was easy for me. All the batteries are interchangeable, and it's, you know, it's work related anyway. If you got Makita, DeWalt, any of the big brands, obviously that's the brand's chainsaw you'd buy. If you don't have any of those tools and you're not a tradie, it's not a deal breaker. I would still, even if I didn't have any other tools, I'd still own an electric chainsaw for camping. I find it is, yeah, that good. It's so much better than a 2-stroke saw now, for camping that is. Skippy. Ooh. So that wraps it up for the battery chainsaw and really shows what they're capable of. Probably cut more timber than I really thought it would, to be honest. Keep an eye out for the Land Cruiser 79 series review. We're going to really give you my honest opinions on a lot of the hot topics with the 79 series in particular. There's a lot of stuff out there on the internet, and some of it's true and some of it isn't, and a lot of it comes from people that don't even own them. So I'll give you my honest opinion after owning one for 18 months and whether I will buy another one or not. Don't forget guys, only live once, so make sure you get out there and enjoy it.